What is going on, everyone? We are back with another weekly watch list for this upcoming week in the stock market, and this will be the first week of the new year. So I feel a little bit of overwhelm at the moment, and it's like that's okay, it's normal, and it'll kind of clear up as I just work through a little bit of things at a time. But a lot of overwhelm because with this second year of trading full time, there's a lot of data. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot that I want to learn from, and I'd be lying if I said that I wanted to kind of just do it all at once. I'm sorry. I'd be lying if I didn't say that, right? Like, because I do, but I know that's not possible, right? I'm gonna have to kind of analyze things one at a time and look back. I can look back at journals. I can look back at TradeZella. I can look back at just the charts. And just see where areas that I want to improve in. Obviously, this year is going to be ending the year red again, which is understandably so. Last year and this year, first 2 years trading full time, I'm not quite sure. I don't know anyone myself who's second year trader, first year trader is ending the year green, and if they are, then amazing for them. Congratulations to them. I am not one of them, and that's fine. And it's of course all my fault. You're right. It is. Honestly, this year was trending in the right direction. This is a year that included a 16-week green streak, 4 months in a row, 4 straight green months. I had a 26-day green streak. I had a 21-day green streak. And and there was just a couple drawdown periods that really wiped away the whole year. And those are the things that's the number one thing I have to avoid in this next year, especially this last one. I think at one point I was up around like 2,000 on the year, and then as I started getting into more drawdown, I was up about $400 to $500 on the year, and I was kind of riding around there for a little bit, and then had that last big drawdown day just this 2 weeks ago, and that put me red by a few $1,000s on the year. So that's where we're going to be ending the year at, and it is what it is. But it's just something I can learn from. But if you are someone who's in a similar position to myself, or if you're just getting started into trading and keeping it full time, taking it serious full time, making it become your career, understand that these struggles that you're going to face are going to be necessary. But it's how you respond to them, how you react to them, what you learn from them. And that if you're someone who's watching this video now, chances are we're in this together, and I do appreciate your support. And I just know that in due time, it will come together for me in my trading so that I can help the people around me in the way that I want to. So enough of that. If you are watching, just know I do appreciate you very much. Let's get into the levels. It's going to be trading this week as a normal week. We have the new year, right? I will be trading tomorrow, New Year's Eve. I don't know. I have to I'll look at the news and everything to see. I don't know if the market is closing early or whatnot, but just because it's New Year's Eve, I might be off that day. But I do want to start tomorrow with a full normal routine for that Monday to get into the swing of things here. So for anyone who's new, red supply, green demand, white is going to be previous day high and low, right? So as always, we started with the previous day high, previous day low. If you watch my last few watch lists, I've had this daily and 4-hour supply zone marked here at the 602 to 606 for about a week or so, 2 weeks now. And it's exactly what we came and rejected off this past week. So that was pretty cool to see in hindsight. But again, I was not taking any trades. And even in the hours where I would be trading, where the market is open, there wasn't anything confirming here for me in regard like that I could have taken a trade. I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe these wicks here could have confirmed entries, but these are not during market hours, so there's nothing I could do about that. But it did lead to a nice sell-off, which is cool to see. So we will see where we head. If we're going to continue strength into 2025, then I'm not going to be looking at longs unless, of course, we get over previous day high. I could take longs up into this supply zone, but I'm not going to be looking at longs in this zone here. As far as support goes, we had the previous day low at 590, and then below that, we have 587 and 580 before the 61 fib and demand and daily gap that we already bounced off down here in this 577. So heading over to ES, obviously very similar. We have that supply, got very close, rejected 6100 pretty nicely. Now, this is a zone here that I have that's not quite a demand zone based off just like technically speaking. There is a smaller red candle followed by a bit of a larger green candle, but it's not that aggressive. But we did come and bounce this area as well on Friday. Plus, it's right around this whole psych number of 6,000. So Obviously this looks like a decent zone. If we do get under this zone, then I would be looking at shorts on SPY. If we hold this zone, then I'd be looking for a move back up to 6,100. Let's head over to SPX. It's going to look pretty similar, of course. SPX, I always mark previous day high, previous day low in red, and then any other key levels in white. And the key levels are other previous day highs and lows that were just like untested. So, for an example, like we have this previous day low here at 5,900. I mean, really nice move up off of it, but we never came back down and retested it, so it stays on the chart as white. Now you might be saying, well, this one we definitely broke through, but we do have a couple good touches here, right? We rejected it, kind of acted as support here in the opening of this day, and then we wicked off of it and rejected it here again on Friday. So I'm going to keep that on the chart. So let's head over to QQQ. So QQQ on the hourly, still have this big daily supply zone up here at 533. But all the way down here, we have our previous day low and previous day high. So this is going to be playing first. We move up, break, and retest above previous day high. I'll be looking at longs up to 531. Break below previous day low and 516. I'd be looking at shorts down to this 2-hour demand zone down here at this 506 area. So very, very simple game plan there. Same thing with NQ, obviously. It's a little bit of a similar look to ES where not quite a really strong demand, but decent enough. We bounced it once, twice, 3 times down, so I wouldn't be looking at shorts unless we were under this zone, and then we have a pretty clear 2-hour demand below that. As far as longs go, got a little bit of space over where we rejected here on last week or around Christmas, but not a lot of room. I'd be looking for a rejection. I'd be very careful and cautious of taking longs over this zone, and I'd be more so looking for a rejection in this daily supply. So I will be looking to see that hit this week. I want to see a reaction to that zone. Now, IWM, we got all types of levels here. Start off with previous day low is just stacked right above this other previous day low at 219. So this is one of those cases where, I really could, and I could just remove this zone here, and I would simply just add the level here and make this a zone. So I'm going to look at it after the video, but nonetheless, I'm not looking at shorts unless we're under this 219 level. And even then, we have a strong demand at this 218 and October's low at 217 just beneath it. So, I'm really not looking, I'm looking at IWM to kind of continue some strength here after that FOMC sell-off. Above the previous day high, we have our next area of resistance. Is actually have this 61 fib from this impulse move here. So from last Monday to when we bounced, 61 fib over the previous day high, and 226 is where we're going to be looking for a potential reject. I will see. I had these fibs marked on SPY QQQ after that FOMC impulse move as well, and none of the fibs had a reaction. So we'll see if IWM follows suit. I did leave a couple levels on the chart after that FOMC, like this here, this 1119 low. It's probably worthless at this point. We blew right through it, but it was a strong support here. So if we do get above this previous day high in 226, we could see some resistance up here. It could be a profit target if we're long, right? But really, if you take away that fib, if we're just looking at the levels and zones, we have a lot of room. This is going to be like my main plan over 226 up to this supply zone of its previous day high and 1-hour supply up at 231, right? So if we continue this, pattern here of making a higher low, then I could see us getting back up to this 231 where we have this supply, of course. All right. So that's going to wrap up the game plan for this week. Man, this is crazy. It's, a year and 4 months of making these videos now. And time is flying. It really is flying. And I really do believe to my core, the struggles that I've been through these last 2 years, the struggles that I've put on myself, these last few months, and really what's been a tough round of trading since August when I got into that drawdown period. I know it'll be something I look back on and be appreciative that I went through, and will 100% be saying, it was worth it, right? And I wish you all the same as well if you can relate to that at all right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays with your family, and Happy New Year. It'll be a great new year for every single person watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you all in the next watch list.